Welcome to Vader Reviews. In this review, we will be looking at Studio Series Deluxe Class Lockdown. So the first thing we're going to look at with Lockdown will be his packaging. And as you can see, it is Studio Series number 11, Lockdown, from Transformers Age of Extinction. That is, he does not need that symbol. He's his own individual bot. And on the top of the box we have Transformers Age of Extinction once again. Authentic Transformers. A really good shot of Lockdown here. And on the front of the box, Lockdown posed with his infamous spark extractor, of which he used on Ratchet. And right here you have Deluxe Class and the same thing in 3 different languages. On the back you have Lamborghini and Hasbro. Then you can get Jazz, Bumblebee, and Stinger. Right underneath Lockdown you have a one-sentence bio. Lockdown proves why he is one of the most feared bounty hunters across the galaxy. And then you have your product shot of Lockdown here, which is actually kind of in a different color. And then behind Lockdown in this shot here, you have the enemy ship infiltration. A pretty good shot in my opinion. That does it for the packaging. Now we're going to get right to Lockdown himself. And of course, he's a Lamborghini. Little fun fact about this particular car is that it's owned by Michael Bay, so the car that they used for Lockdown in Age of Extinction was Michael Bay's car. He rolls really smoothly, as things with wheels should, unless they're molded to the vehicle for some strange reason. You have some nice dark gold going on right there for the logo. Some transparent plastic right there for the headlights. Nice mold work going on right in here for the grille of the vehicle. Transparent plastic here all around the vehicle. Side mirrors. Some nice red going on here for the tail lights. Some nice molded in detail for the exhaust. Little mold detail right there, not sure what it's for. You've got the spot for the gas tank. And you've got the door handles included too. That's all for the robot mode. So now we'll get into the accessories that it comes with, and that would be his sword and his hook. I think I misplaced the hook. There it is. Alright. So we'll look at the hook first. Some really nice mold detail going on here. I don't know if there is actually a right way of having the hook kind of curved or anything. If there is, leave it in the comment section down below and I'll use that suggestion and I'll use that from now on. You've got a little tab right here, which is used for vehicle mode. You've got this little post right here of which he can hold the hook, and it's the same thing on the sword, which has got some really fine detail mold going in right there. So that does it for the accessories. I believe the next thing that's to be done is transformation, so we'll go ahead and get right into it now. So the first thing that I would do is I would get right here, kind of do that, just got to be careful with it. There we go. And if it's done it for you, you just separate it. But we're going to put it back in just to do that. So that's the first thing you're going to do, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side here. There we go. Next, you're going to come back here and you're going to undo this and then kind of separate them a little bit. There you go. And then just have it angled like that. Do the same thing on the other side. And you're going to come right here, lift this up as best as you can get it to, and then fold these parts in, and then you're going to bring it in on this hinge. Now for the legs, you're going to fold that downwards and then rotate it forward. You're going to do the same thing on the other side here. And then this is the part where I need to raise the camera to get a little more of him into the shot. There we go. I'm going to make him face forward a little better there. There we go. Alright, so next we're going to move this back, and you've got a little tab right here that you can get your fingernail on, and that way you can bring his head forward. Now, I don't think it mentions this in the instructions, so what you want to do is you want to get your finger into that space right there, right behind this plate, and push forward. That fills out the chest completely. Next, you want to fold this in right into that spot there, and then collapse it down. There we go. Yep. There we go. Now we just straighten them up, and there we go. And now we have just a few more things to do. So next we're going to rotate Lockdown's arm at that swivel and then bring this forward. You're gonna undo this and then rotate it at that ball joint, and then you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Rotate on that swivel, bring this forward, and then free it from there, rotate at the ball joint, and then there you go. We have Lockdown in his robot mode. And he looks really great. So, we'll get a little higher on this camera. And we'll get a close-up of Lockdown's face. A little higher here. Oop, not that high. That'll work. You got a lot of detail, molded detail going in here on Lockdown's face. If you have the original Lockdown that was released in 2014 and you have Studio Series Lockdown, you'll actually know the difference right away. So you got some nice molded detail going in right there on the collars. Some nice mold detail going in right here for the rockets, missiles. Some green going on in there on the eyes. Some nice mold detail, and as you can see, there is no spot for that head cannon at all. And he has no way of doing the screen visor thing. And he's got that scratch that he's got on his chest. And you got some blue right in there. Some light silver. It's showing up as a different color on camera. Some darker gold going on right in there. Some good coloring right in there. Pretty great in my opinion. So now let's zoom out and then lower the camera. Oop, not that far out. Lower the camera right about to here. and we'll get into talking about the accessories and displaying them with the accessories. So of course you've got this post right here where he can actually hold the sword. That's a thing you can do. Or you can port it in right there. Kind of straighten it as best as possible. And there you go. And it's the same case with the hook. You can put it in right there, but it kind of looks a little weird going on right there. So you just display them like that, and there's Lockdown displayed with his accessories. And as far as articulation goes, his arm right here is on a ball joint. Can get that much elbow bend out of him. The arm is on a swivel because of transformation. You get a bit of hip swivel right here for some strange reason. Legs can go forward about that far, and because of transformation the feet can do this. You get, looks like 90-degree of bend right here at the knee. Knees can only go back that far, and you can sort of do the splits. Let's see. Oh yes. Raise the camera back up again. Now the head is on a ball joint, so you get this much wiggle wag out of it. You can look up that much. You can't really look down. You can look that way, that much. That way, that much. But there you go. Let me fix his pose, he looks a little weird. So, you might think that we are done with the review, but in fact we are not. We go back to the packaging and take out the display base that he comes with. And it is the enemy ship infiltration. Let me bring the camera down a little bit here. Oop, gotta fix the hook there. And there we go. So, there you can display Lockdown on the display base that actually comes with all Studio Series figures. I picked up my Studio Series take of Lockdown from Walmart, but you can get yours from BigBadToyStore.com or Amazon.com. Links to those sites will be in the description down below the video. So, I think that just about does it for this video. Thank you for joining me today. If you are new to the channel, give yourself to the dark side. And subscribe. Be sure to turn on notifications so you hear of my next video, and always know the Force is strong with you. And I will see you all in the next review.